Hi folks, this is Brian Klemmer, founder of Klemmer and Associates. We're here at our Heart of the Samurai seminar. We have 213 students from 4 different countries. I have with me here my very good friend who's a speaker at Heart, Azim Khamisa. If you haven't checked him out, do check him out at tkf.org or under Azim Khamisa. Azim had a terrible tragedy. He was an investment banker, and his one and only son, 19 years old, was shot and killed by a 14-year-old. I got 3 kids. It's just hard to imagine something like that happening. He rose above that, forgave the killer, then reached out to the guardian of the killer and formed a foundation. Together they have impacted tens of thousands of people. Their mission is to end violence amongst youth, stop kids from killing kids. Azim, welcome. And short nugget, you're an expert on forgiveness, having done it yourself. It's not something you read in a book. What's a short nugget, if you can give one, on, because the viewers might be saying, well, I've never had anybody murdered, but maybe I got laid off from a job, or I got a financial cutback in my pay, and I need to forgive him for that. Or maybe a spouse walked out on me and I need to forgive him. What's a nugget on forgiveness you could share with them?
Well, I think forgiveness is something that is not very well understood. And I think one of the biggest nuggets I tell people is forgiveness is something you do for yourself. I had a very full life and my son was alive. I traveled the world. I mostly did international investment banking. I speak half a dozen languages. And then I had no life. And I realized that unless I forgave, I'm going to remain a victim. I don't want to go through life on crutches and say, feel sorry for me. I've lost my one and only son. Because there's no quality being a victim. And unless you forgive, you remain a victim. So always it's a selfish act.
That's an interesting viewpoint, that it's a selfish act, forgiveness.
You do it for yourself.
Yeah.
I have a full life now, Brian, as you know, and I speak at your event here for many years. It's a different kind of a life because I'm more involved now in making sure kids don't end up dead like my son, or end up in prison like the kid who took my son's life, and we're doing very well with it. But it's giving me purpose and meaning. But forgiveness was what helped me get to this place. You know, Mandela didn't write this quote, but he made it famous. If I stayed in resentment, who am I hurting?
Yeah.
And the quote is that resentment is like drinking poison and waiting for your enemy to die.
Yes.
Why have this meager real estate of your psyche, important meager real estate of psyche, occupied by somebody who's hurt you? Why not forgive and release the real estate so love and joy can live there?
Beautiful. Do you have a second nugget that you'd like to share with people about forgiveness?
Absolutely. Not everybody, as you pointed out, has to reach out to the murderer of their child. Very often it is father-son, mother-daughter, ex-wife, ex-husbands. I do this work in the corporate world. There's a lot of issues going on with peers. That when you truly forgive within an organization, within a family, within a unit, right, you essentially create more unity. Because through forgiveness, conflict can dissolve and you can create unity instead of more conflict. I have a very special relationship with the grandfather who's my partner in the Tariq Khamisa Foundation. I would never have met him had his grandson not murdered my son. And we've been together 15 years. He's as close to me as my own brother.
And if you don't know, Azim is a Sufi Muslim. The partner, the murderer's guardian, is a black Baptist, dreadlocked, and so Vietnam vet. So 2 people like that to join forces. Maybe the thought we'd like to leave with you is what 2 people working together. Yes, we may have our differences, but if we can work together, what can we accomplish in this world? So reach out to someone today that's different than you and make a difference together.
Yes, because in every conflict, and there's going to be conflict in human lives, right? Because we are human beings. But in every conflict, there's opportunity to create more conflict or love and unity. And to create love and unity, forgiveness is the central ingredient of how you do that.
Beautiful. Thanks for being here. Thanks for watching.